everybody. I'm out here at the garden. It's almost dark. I just wanted to come out this evening and kind of check some things out this evening. I was actually out here this morning. I watered my garden real early as soon as I got off work, and it was hot through the day. Came out here and did some weeding and some other things, but I didn't really mess with my plants today. I just wanted to come out here and show you exactly what I'm doing. I've actually been out here. I'm getting ready. I'm actually replanting. It's almost the end of August now. We've got about one more week and then we run into September. So what I'm trying to do is that normally around Labor Day or thereafter, a week or two, this is when you can start really planting your cool weather plants. The warm weather and the humidity that we're having, those plants do not really do well with them. I've had some seedlings that I've put in the ground and everything, and so basically what's happened to them is that now they're just dormant, and I'm keeping an eye on them because based on the heat and everything, they don't grow well and they don't like that heat. My other plants that I've planted, I'm actually going to show you. I planted some more red beans, and then also I planted some more regular beans, and then also I planted some more zucchini and then cucumbers and a couple other things that do well right now. This will be the first time that I've ever continued my growing season throughout to the fall or even into the winter. I'm excited about it. It's something new that I'm trying, and I really want to get more involved in my gardening to be able to provide for my family. So I'm going to flip the camera around, just show you a little bit what I've done, and then I'll share the rest of this video momentarily. So this is my garden overall. You can see the empty beds where my corn used to be. I'm actually going to be planting some of my cool weather plants that are actually called cole, C-O-L-E. That'll have to do with the cabbage, also some collard greens, and then I'm going to plant some beets. And actually on the outside that what I planted and they're actually dormant right now, they're coming through, are some peas. I want to see exactly what it'll be able to do for me. And so these beds are specifically going to be for my cool weather plants. I have some plans and some ideas. That's why I left the stakes in here that I can continue growing in there. Actually just adding some things to be able to continue on. So I want to use these two beds as much as I can this year. I told you about the red beans. These are the red beans. They've come through. They're doing really well. So I've got another batch of them, and I'm just going to see exactly what my red beans will do. These are the first time I've ever grown them, and I already had a really good harvest on them, and these are the beans that you would use in soups. So I'm actually replanted these. I want to see how far I can go based on where we're at and in North Carolina, based on what we have for the warm temperatures and actually when our first frost will come. The best that I can tell is that it looks like it's going to be like the second or third week of October. Hopefully it'll be a light frost, but I want to see how far I can do with these beans. The other beds that I have, the bed back there where my potatoes were, that's where I'm going to be planting some broccoli. I've actually planted a few beans, and then I'm actually going to plant a few other things there. You can tell that I have taken all of my my cucumber vines up. I've actually replanted a few. I want to see exactly what they'll do. You can tell my tomato plants are really high up. I had a tremendously good amount of tomatoes this year. I was really excited about it. It's actually the first year that I had this many tomatoes. And I'm just excited about based on what I was doing and everything. And I remember I told you earlier in one of my videos that one of the biggest problems that I was having was the squash bugs. They just really went havoc on my beds and everything. So what I've done is I treated them. I'll explain in a second what I've done. But actually what I've done is I've replanted some more yellow squash or the summer squash, and then the zucchini, and then also a few more cucumbers. I want to see exactly what they'll do for me. I don't know how far they'll go. I don't know if I'll only get one harvest off of them or exactly, but I want to let them grow and just see exactly what I can do. My peppers are doing wonderfully. I'm excited about what I'm seeing with my peppers. You can see them changing. They're still a little green, and these are the California Wonder and everything, and so I have the red, the yellow, and the orange peppers. I also have a few of the green peppers. I have the cayenne and then also the banana peppers, and you can tell I've got a lot of peppers coming on. You can see all that red over there. That's actually the cayenne. They're turning, and actually I need to harvest those in the morning. But just to give you an idea that what I'm doing with my peppers. Now my peppers will go all the way up. They have in the years past is that they'll go all the way up until they can't grow anymore. Basically what will happen is when the frost comes in and everything, I'll be able to, continue harvesting there. I have more of my peppers there. They're doing well. They are loaded up. And so they haven't grown very big, but I have a lot of produce on there. a lot of peppers. My watermelon, I don't know what's going on with it. I've got about 4 or 5 of them, and I've just been tending to them and everything. And the vines are dying out, and I've got one, you can see that white hammock. That is my biggest watermelon, so I'm really pleased with it. But I'm just trying to see exactly, I'm following what the guidelines that I say, that when your watermelons are ripe and the vines are still green where they're connected to the watermelon. So I'm just doing those. I've also planted a few beans. My beans are real sporadic. Something that I tried did not work for me really well. Another local grower told me what she does is actually she saves her beans or her seeds. She'll put them in the freezer. Well, for whatever reason, the ones that I put in, they were not germinating like they should, excuse me. And so I've actually put some bush beans in there, and they're actually coming through the ground. And so the beans, they've been sporadic. So I don't know, it's based on the germination. And so I've just been trying to treat them and see what I can do. And then hopefully I'll have a good harvest just like I did in the beginning. But they're coming through. It's just so warm lately and everything. So I just wanted to show you exactly what's going on down here in the garden and give you an overall view. I don't have all that green everywhere, but this is part of what Dave's Raised Bed Garden is all about. I want to replant. I want to do well. I want to see exactly what it'll do, and I want to share with you, my friends, and to let you know what exactly I'm doing down here at the garden. So what I told you was that I am been treating my plants, and one of the things, I won't go into long detail about it, but you know, in my past videos I talked about that I'm trying to be as organic as I can be. One of the things that I've looked at is that I'm used to using Sevin Dust, where you just sprinkle it all over your plants. I tried to avoid it this year because I want the pollinators to come in. We've not had the pollinators like we used to. So if you went 30 to 40 years ago, we had quite a few pollinators, never had to worry about that. I know my father used it all the time. He did very well with it, but I wanted to try to be as organic to keep the pollinators down. I've done a lot of research on it. I've read a lot of things, and then there's always that question mark that potentially it could hurt the pollinators, so I didn't want to do that. But Sevin Dust actually makes a product, it's granulous, and basically what you do is once you plant your plants in the ground and they have germinated and everything, what you'll do is that you just sprinkle it onto the soil. And what this does is that hopefully it'll kill the bugs that are there and keep them from getting on the plants. So that's what I've done. That's what I've decided to do, because based on all of the squash bugs that I've had, I had a lot this year. And then also another thing that I've had a lot of is ants. I've never had this many ants that I've had this year. So there's different things that I'm trying, and then also I'm just seeing how it goes. But I just wanted to bring this to you just to share a few things to you, what I'm doing and what I'm looking at in the garden. And as I go forward, I'll be planting all of my late to end of the summer to my fall, and then I'll be showing you what I'll be doing, because there's other ideas that I'm going to be trying to as I continue growing. But I just want to take this opportunity just to thank everybody for watching my videos and then giving me the thumbs up and the likes and everything, and then also your comments. It means a lot to me. And as I'm on this journey, I want you to be a part of this journey too. So I wanted to tell you just thank you from the bottom of my heart personally, and just thank you for watching my videos and being part of this journey. And so I just wanted to give you that message back to you, and to thank you. And from Dave at Dave's Raised Bed Garden, until next time, take care.